Hello and welcome or welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I am doing the finally fall book tag. I wasn't actually tagged by anyone, but fall is my favorite season. I thrive during this time, so this one looked really fun and I decided to just go ahead and do it. I believe the creator of this tag, her name was Alina Molina, but I could not find a YouTube channel for her, but I did see that she was mentioned in a few other videos. If she does have a channel that you know of, please let me know so I can give her credit properly. Otherwise, let's get started. The first prompt is, in fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. So like I've mentioned before, I'm fairly new to fantasy, so I'm going to choose something that I read fairly recently. And even though I didn't love this trilogy, I'm going with Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I think the world of Caraval is really interesting and I like the magic system. And more importantly, what I think was the greatest aspect of this trilogy were the fates. And I'm really hoping that Stephanie Garber writes a book about the fates because they are so magical and fantastical and honestly the best part of the entire series. Next is Nature is Beautiful but Also Dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but deals with a heavy topic. For this, I am choosing Small Great Things by Jodi Picoult. If you don't already know, Jodi Picoult is my favorite author and this is my favorite book by her. I recommend this to anyone regardless of what they're looking for, and especially right now with everything going on in the world. This book has a Black woman as the main character, and essentially the topic of this one is racism in America, and Jodi Picoult does a fantastic job. All of the things that the main character Ruth experienced, I really related to and it really resonated with me, and I saw a reflection of my own life within this story. So this is also proof that white authors can write people of color properly. They just have to do their research like Jodi did. So if you have not read this, highly recommend it. It is my favorite book of all time. And while the topic might make some people uncomfortable, it is the reality of the world that we live in, and this one is beautifully written. Next is Fall is Back to School Season. Name a nonfiction book that taught you something new. As most of you know, I recently started grad school and I'm just gonna go ahead and use one of those books because it makes the most sense. So the class that I am enjoying the most right now is my Leadership in Higher Education and Systems, and the book that we're reading is Leadership Theory, and essentially we're learning about all the different types of leadership styles and different theories and why some of them may still be popular and others have been pretty much cast off. But yeah, I'll just go with that because yay, school. Next is, in order to keep warm, it's good to spend time with the people we love. So name a fictional family, household, or friend group that you would like to be a part of. This is probably an odd choice, but I'm going with Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I love the found family in this book. I love that it's a group of outcasts that you would not expect to be together, but they fit so well. I do have a full review of this on my channel, so I will link it in the cards and down below. If you have not yet read Vicious and found family is something that you enjoy, then I highly recommend this. There's also supernatural powers and other fun things, but I love Mitch, Victor, and Sydney. Next is The Colorful Leaves Are Piling on the Ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. So I don't have a lot of yellow or orange or brown or anything like that, so this is the best that I could do with Vicious, the Poppy War, and Take a Hint, Danny Brown. Next is Fall is the Perfect Time for Storytelling by the Fireside. Pick a book where someone is telling a story. For this one, I'm gonna go with one that I read, I think last year on Kindle Unlimited. So I had the ebook and the audiobook, and it is The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult. This one was not what I expected. It was so good. And if you don't already know, Jodi Picoult is the queen of plot twists. There's always something at the end, like at the very, very end, that you just were not expecting. And this was another example of that. Next is The Nights Are Getting Darker. Share a dark, creepy read. For this, I'm going with When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. I recently read this and did put up a full review. I absolutely loved it. I gave it 4.75 out of 5 stars. If you don't already know, this is basically about a neighborhood that is being gentrified. However, one of the residents of the neighborhood starts to realize that there may be something else going on because people are disappearing, and people who have lived in this neighborhood their entire lives have just not been heard from in a while. So highly recommend. This was one of my top reads of 2020. It's so great and perfect for spooky season. Next is The Days Are Getting Colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that can warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. This book isn't necessarily short, but it is a quick and easy read because it's middle grade. So I'm going with House Moving Castle by Deanna Wynne Jones. I read this twice last year. The first time I read it, I just fell in love with it. I listened to the audiobook and I love the narrator, and it just feels like grandma's telling you a story before you go to bed. Like, it just gives you so many wonderful, fantastical vibes. Like I said, it's middle grade, so it was a quick read, hence me reading it twice last year, which I don't usually do because I don't usually do rereads, but this one is one of my all-time favorites. I'm also using House for the next prompt, which is fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. Like I said, I did read this twice last year, but that doesn't take away the magic of it, and if I have time to read it this year, I absolutely will. Next, it's fall is perfect for cozy reading nights. Share some of your favorite reading accessories. So first, I'm gonna go with my I Love Fall mug. It is the only orange mug that I have. Most of them are black or black and white, and I love using this during fall, of course. And I love drinking tea when I read. I also enjoy drinking wine when I read sometimes, so I also have my wine glass that says just one more chapter. Someone actually made this for me for my birthday a couple years ago, so I try not to use it too often because I don't want the stickers to come off, but it's one of my favorites. And the last thing is my TBR jar that I introduced to all of you in my September TBR video. Like I said, we're not going to use it for the next couple of months because September was a terrible reading month, but I do still really love this candle holder, and plus every time I open it to pick something out, I get that whiff of my favorite candle. The scent is Sweater Weather from Bath & Body Works. I actually need to buy more because the last time I went to get some for fall, it was sold out. So hopefully they're back in stock. And the last thing is spread some autumn appreciation and tag a bunch of people. So I'm only going to tag 2 people, but they are Robin from Robin Reads and Erica from Clean Read Mom. So those are all of the questions for this tag. Let me know in the comments what you've thought of all the things that I showed and what some of your favorite fall things are. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.